Hey guys, Coach Chad here. Real quick, I want to go over one of the movements that you guys have in your program coming up, which is chalk line jerks. This is one of the only acceptable times to be drawing on the gym floor, okay? So you got a special privilege here. All right, so what's gonna happen is you're gonna stand in your jerk position, which we usually teach the jerk position to be about shoulder width or your squat stance, of course, depending on what your squat stance is, but a traditional squat stance would be the appropriate starting position for your jerk. Now, what you're gonna do is you're gonna draw a line on your rear foot. So you shouldn't, at this point, know what your rear foot is. So my front foot gives me my right foot, so I'm just gonna draw a little line in front of my left foot. There, and I don't need to draw a big line right now, okay? Now, what you're gonna do is you're gonna drop down to your knees, keeping your foot vertical. So you're just pushing down. And I should probably give credit where credit is due as well. This alignment or this position came to me from Tarakati. You can go online and find this. I never pronounced his name right, so I'm sorry if I butchered that. But either way, you now have your line where your knees are with your feet vertical. Step your front leg forward so that your shin of your front leg and the thigh of your rear leg are parallel to each other. And again, draw a little line there. And if you want, now just for this one, you don't have to do this always, but just for video purposes, I'm gonna draw a full foot position around each one of these spaces so you can see this a little bit easier. Now I have set up my foot positions for my jerk. The knee position where I drew the line is where my toes are going to go. So my toes are on this line here. We can start with maybe a stick behind the back for doing jerks. And all you're gonna do is practice landing in your newly found chalk marks for your feet, okay? So, and you're aiming for your chalk positions, okay? So each time, this now becomes your markers for distance in the jerk. And what we're trying to do is create consistency in our foot positions. I think the jerk is one of the more technical movements in weightlifting, or actually the most technical in weightlifting. It's something that we can all complete appropriately, but in my opinion, it's the tiny nuanced positions that make this more challenging, making the jerk the most technical of the three competitive weightlifting movements. So we're gonna utilize this in programming, and you're gonna be doing it either for repetitions, and you can do this at light weights, and you can do it all the way up to moderate weights, all right? It doesn't really matter how you do it, but we're trying to solidify our foot positions for improvements in our jerk position. I hope that helps, team.